You guys are never gonna guess what's inside of this box. It's trains! I know it's a total shocker to you guys, but we have a box full of model trains right in front of me on my table, and I wanna see what trains are in here. This is a lot that I picked up for selling in my model train store. All the info to that is on screen right now, but in the meantime, I wanna see exactly what I get to put on my shelves for you guys to check out later this week. Up first is one of my favorite things to open. It's one of those good old Athearn Blue boxes, and I'm really curious to see what's in here. It looks like they've taped it. Let me get... And in here, we have a nickel plate boxcar. Now, in a recent video, I mentioned when I got another nickel plate item that I was hoping to get some nickel plate locomotives in the store. And I think something in this lot might help us achieve that, but we're gonna have to get down there first. We're gonna need to open up some of these other boxes first to get to my favorite item in this lot. Here's one of the Lifelike cars, one of the super common ones from the train sets. Yeah, the Lehigh Valley, I mean, I do know I have a couple customers that want Lehigh Valley stuff, but I'm not sure if Lifelike will fit their needs for that or not, but, you know, happy to have it either way. And inside of it, we have a GATX Firestone tank car. I don't think this is what originally went in this box because I think it was a Bessemer hopper, but I think that hopper might actually be in this collection somewhere. I'm hoping we find that because I think the Bessemer is super cool. Here's another Athearn Blue box. Let's get this open. And we have the Bessemer hopper that we were just looking for. That worked out pretty well, didn't it? I've never seen this kind of truck before with that little flange on it. That is so weird, but pretty cool though. I'm happy that the Bessemer hopper was in there. And looking at this box, I think that nickel plate boxcar from earlier might actually go in there. So we might need to do some light rearranging of this collection off camera. But in the meantime, here is an out-of-box freight car, and it is a very nice little Illinois Central Gulf boxcar. Whoever packed this did a great job. Again, these trucks look a little different than what I'm used to on these blue box cars, but that's a really nice freight car. Happy about that. Illinois Central is definitely a Tennessee appropriate railroad. Here is what looks to be some brand new Snaptrack 22 radius too. So I've been trying to keep more track in stock, so really stoked to have that, especially because it's brand new. And again, some straight tracks here also looking, you know, brand new, which is great. We also have some trees that have not been used. I need to get more scenery stuff too in the store, so that's great. And looks like we got another loose, and this is actually a very unique one. I've never had this before. A wooden kit, I'm assuming, of a Southern Pacific bay window caboose. Yeah, definitely some kind of kit. I think it's wood from what I'm feeling, which is pretty unique. Probably a very older piece, but that's very neat. Here is some parts to a Plasticville kit. I'm seeing some of the switch tower in there and some of the post office in there. It looks like it might just be a random little assortment, which is fine. Somebody can probably kit bash that into something interesting. And it is a Bachmann Conrail GP40. I've got a lot of Conrail fans that come by the store, and I mentioned to them earlier that this was going to be in the store soon, so I don't think it's going to last on my shelves very long. But always love getting some newer HO stock in as well. That's probably within the last 20 years, which I would consider to be a modern HO locomotive. Plus, Conrail's pretty recent of a railroad. GP38s and 40s are still relatively common, so happy to have something a little bit more modern in the store as well. Here is a Gulf tanker. I've never had this car before. I thought it was one of the hooker ones at first, but it's actually a Gulf tanker. Looks to be probably a roundhouse car. And that's very nice. Like switching it up a little bit. I've just gotten a couple of those hooker tankers in, so don't need those at the moment. Happy to have something different. And here is the parts to the old school Atlas switch tower kit. And someone's actually done some cool customizations to this. It looks like they've painted up some of it, added some grass and stuff to the base as well. Actually looks really good. I do think the roof for that may be in that box of Plasticville parts. So maybe it's not just total random parts after all. Here is something I never get enough of, and that is people. And these people look to be brand new and sealed. The Woodland Scenics figures are awesome. I do think they're relatively overpriced on retail, so hopefully I'll have these for a decent price. But that's a nice little pack there. 5 pieces, 6 people. I think they do a great job on their figures. They have some really cool sets of, you know, little scenes and stuff you can make. Here's a brand new piece of Snaptrack, this being the terminal section where you attach your transformer and everything. I see the item I was really excited about here. We've got a couple more pieces of track to grab here. Looks to be just another terminal section and a girder bridge of some kind. That's actually an older design with the copper rails rather than the nickel silver stuff. But speaking of nickel, we've got definitely the high point of this collection, a stunning Bachmann DCC and sound Berkshire. That's a very, very attractive locomotive there. I've never had an HO steam engine this nice in the store, so I'm just beyond thrilled about that. It's $759, so it's not one of the famous preserved ones, but in a way I kind of like that it's one that's, you know, kind of a ghost engine now, if you will. But it looks to be in, you know, pretty much new condition, and that's going to be great. I know people, you know, I've had mixed reviews of read mixed reviews rather of these Bachmann, you know, DCC sound on board steam engines, but I think they're great for the price. I don't think you can go wrong, and I'm very happy to have that in the store. If you guys want to check this out in person, I'll have it on my shelves by next week, and in the meantime, I'll see you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.